So in this video, I'm going to show you how I do my nails. So right now I'm going to take care of them and kind of reshape them, file them, and also apply nail polish. So for that, I went and bought at Walmart, just for you to show you what you can use. Equate clippers for fingers and fingernail and toenail clippers. So I'm gonna use, I like the bigger one. There's a small one version and bigger one. I'm gonna use the bigger one. Mainly because I like to make as less clips as possible to shape my nails. I also went and got this cuticle stick. Very cheap. This is very handy. I always buy only wooden one. Plastic is too soft, and I'm gonna use 2 or 3. So what you're looking for is for this side, that's for cuticle, to push your cuticle, and for this side is to clean your nail. Also, I'm gonna use this cuticle remover. I got it from Amazon, and it's very, very cheap. I think 2 or 3 came like less than $5. It's IVON, I don't know. And they're different colors. They also have this at the back as a cuticle pusher. I don't like it. It doesn't do anything for my nail. It's too weak. Also, I'm gonna use Emery file. I personally like this kind. I got few of them. I got lots of them from pretty cheap. Let me see. And I like that they're small, and so mainly because I like that they're very like thin here, because I can go this way, and while with the bigger ones you cannot do that. And also for the sake to demonstrate you what you're gonna need, this is another file, 7-way buffer. So that's what we also gonna need. It's also from Walmart. So we're gonna use, I mainly use fine, and rarely I use medium. If you don't want to use nail polish and just want to kind of add shine, you use 6 smooth, and you use 7 just to shine your nails. That's an option too. I'm going to show you, I used to use this so much. Look at this. I'm going to throw this away. And I used also this one, which is one of my favorites, but it has only like really fine, and it has a shiner. So this one is really cool, and it's almost like less than $2, something like that. Pretty cheap. I am a person who I'm thinking you don't have to buy the most expensive supplies, because I like to switch them. It's not like I'm gonna keep them my whole life. So now I'm going to show you how I clip my nails and what I do. So first I'm going to use clippers, and I like to do it like this, and I just like to go with 1 or 2 clips. I'm trimming it because they're getting too long, and I don't like when it's too long. So I'm going to leave it like this, and the rest I'm gonna do with the file. Now I'm gonna do this one. If it's too long, I actually do a lot of things around the house. I cook, I clean. I'm not a lazy bot. So I just, I wear gloves when I do those things, even with cooking, because I feel like I'm a clumsy person. Everything splashes in my skin, and I want to protect my skin. So I'm gonna trim it. You want to trim it as straight as possible, like this, or slightly around your nail. Now this one. And you don't have to worry about it if it's not even, because you'll even it out. So it's gonna be like this, like this. I'm gonna do my next one. So go slightly how the nail goes. I like the bigger one, the bigger clipper, because I have more support here. With smaller one, I feel like my I don't have that much support and control. Like this. So it's you just want to clip it, you don't want to make it too uneven, so try to make it as even as possible. It's okay if it's not too even, because we're going to use Emery board. As you can see, a bunch of my nails. Okay, so we're done with clippers. Now I'm going to set it aside. I'm going to soak it later in a soapy water and then in alcohol. So now I'm going to use Emery file, and I'm just going to file it. And I usually do it like this. I just go gently. You don't want to press too much, so I also do sides like this, gently, because that's where it sometimes tearing is happening. And then you just go. I don't like to have like sharp angles, so I would just smooth it out like this. And I use very fine Emery. This Emery file is very cheap. I throw things away. I don't like to keep for a really long time, for hygienic purposes actually. Even though it's my own germs, I still don't want to kind of use it for a long time. Okay, so it's like this. Sometimes you can do this way. I like to do it this way. You just gently file it with the finest one. Now this one. Yeah, I set up my camera not in a very comfortable for me way. I was afraid to knock it out. Knock it down. So that's gonna be again. So the idea is to remove all unwanted nails. Now this one. Whenever I do my nails, I actually really enjoy doing them, because I would turn on some kind of my favorite show, excuse me, sit down and watch with my favorite show on, drinking tea or coffee, depending on the day, and enjoy taking care of myself. I feel like it's great to take care of yourself. It's very satisfying. So that's how it's gonna look. I'm gonna do index finger. Emery boards, I also, you can buy them online. And I think I'm gonna even add some links to Amazon or to even Walmart if you want to buy things that I bought. How often do I do my nails? Let's think about that. I do them whenever they get chipped. I don't like chipped. I like perfect nails. Whenever I feel like I need to change it, it's time, because I need to trim my nails. They're too long, or something is going on with my nail that something that I don't like, doesn't feel comfortable. Too long, there's something like becomes fragile for some reason, or I don't like the color of nail polish. I want something brighter. I want to try new nail polish color. Okay, so that's how it's gonna look for now. After filing, I'm gonna do my other hand, and as you can see, it's some decent work you have to do. It's not just there is nothing to do. It's something that takes attention, but I've been doing it for such a long time. I always had nice nails that people complimented me on, and they all taken care of by me. And I feel like it's a great look, like great accessory to your how you feel about yourself. I don't know if it's even accessory, but it's also building your self-esteem. To have good nails, they don't have to be long, they don't have to be fake. I never had fake nails in my life. They don't have to be, I'm not into fake stuff. But I always wanted to take care of myself, because I was afraid that sometime in my life salons get locked, some kind of natural disaster, and I know myself, I like to have perfect nails, and I was afraid I'm not gonna be able to feel comfortable when my nails are a mess. So on the side, because if you look closely, if you don't do sides, they can start kind of splitting, and then your nail becomes, it just becomes splitting on the sides or even to the front, and sometimes it becomes painful. So just going around the nail, like shaping it. Don't cut here too short, because that's not going to be attractive. I know some people like different shapes, like oval, different mini shapes. I personally find it, to my aesthetics, only this shape appealing. The rest of the shapes because of what I do, what I like to do, like cooking and cleaning. And I don't like to traumatize myself by poking myself with some kind of nail. And I'm kind of like trauma prone person, so I try to eliminate it. And for me, beauty is also about consistency. If you once in a blue moon you put beautiful nails and the rest of the time you walk and your nails look like a mess, that's a big no-no to me. I like to be consistent. And in my family for generations, women took care of their nails. When I was 15, no, I think when I was 14 or 13, my mom sat me down and did my nails beautifully, put nail polish, showed me how to take care of my nails. Because to become a young lady, you have to take care of your nails. Okay. I'm gonna do, did I do this one? Let me do it again. I see some, need to smooth out some things. Okay. So I'm done with Emery file. That's how it's gonna look right now. If you think we're done, we're not done. We're not done. So next step is to push with the cuticle stick, and we're gonna use cuticle remover. So what I do, I like to push gently like this. So it goes this side, this flat side goes down and pushes my cuticle. This is really tricky. You have to be really attentive, very gentle. You don't ever use any metal ones. So here I'm gonna remove all the dry, unwanted things. You don't want to push it too far because then you're gonna damage your nail. You don't want to do that. Some people like to soak it. I feel like it's counterproductive because when you're removing it with this cuticle remover, it's easier to do it when it's hard, and you just gently remove it. You can see. You want to remove extra skin too. Don't go too deep. You don't want to cause any dents on your nails. If you have a little bit of dents, that's fine because our next step will take care of that. But nothing too much. Don't do it on purpose. It should be very gently, just cutting the cuticle. Why do I cut cuticle? Is because if it's getting too long, it will start splitting and causing, see, I have to push this back. You'll accidentally just pull on it and it will start bleeding. So I usually like to remove it. Some people just push it back and put nail polish. That's not something for me. So there is also dry, kind of like a nail or dry cuticle. So just be gentle. It's very important to be gentle. You don't want to go too deep. You don't want it to bleed. You don't want to remove too much. Just enough. So we're done with this. Now two more fingers here. Pushing, pushing, pushing. Do it again. Some people go with cuticle stick and push their cuticles on all fingers and then start cutting. I like to be, I feel like they still, after some time, they fall back. And I like to do one at a time, but it's up to you. And I just want to say that I am not professional nail stylist. I just do it for myself my whole life because I learned some from, I took some classes and I watched some people do it, my relatives. And then some of the things came from trial and error. If you, for some reason, accidentally cut something, you just put pressure from your paper towel. You just put pressure like this. Hold it to stop the bleeding. And after that, wash your hands with soap and water and put antibiotic ointment from over the counter. Always apply antibiotic ointment because you don't want to have infection. And where it comes to nails and skin, infection is just waiting to brew. And it's one of our defense mechanisms in our body, our skin and nails. So that's how I do it. There's like a little flop. I'm just gonna do it with the clippers, remove it. So I'm done with this. That's how it looks now. Now I'm gonna do my other side. So as you can see here, I have some things that I have to push them and trim them. I like to do it this way so I can see better. And like I said, sometimes you will be, like your hands will be itching to use something stronger, like metal. But I don't really recommend it because you can damage it. You can damage your nails. So I'm gonna trim it. And because it's dry, it's easier to trim it. I feel like with wet, it's more difficult. Here I'm gonna even trim the skin. I'm gonna push this one. And even if you're a guy, you can still use the same thing. Same way of doing your manicure. Even if you're like a pretty conservative person, you just want to have your nails look like you take care of them, but you can skip nail polish. This one is like universal. Okay. Now this one. This finger. So once again, be gentle. Don't press too much. It's actually like I feel really calm doing my nails. It's once again, just be gentle, don't go too far. For me, it's better undercut than overcut. Now I'm gonna do my pinky. How do you know if your devices don't work? It's when they don't do their job. Like your clippers are not clipping. Your cuticle remover is not cutting anything. It's not sharp anymore. That's when you wanna replace it. When your Emery file doesn't have any, is not filing anymore. Now I'm gonna do I'm gonna do my thumb. We're almost done. We have one more step to go with something. And then we're gonna move on to coloring on our nail polish step or steps. Okay, now I'm gonna do this. Okay. Every time there's a flap, don't pick on it, don't just use the clippers. Okay, so I'm done with, now it's time for the fine file. So I'm gonna use medium fine, medium, two. So I'm gonna use this one. It's a medium fine. It's a 400 grit. And I'm gonna go over, starting underneath the cuticle. You wanna slightly even out everything, the whole nail. You want to remove all anything that is like this fragile nail becomes smooth, like this. Sometimes even when you have like a tear in your nail, you can smooth it out and still it becomes nice nail. So especially under right under the cuticle, that's where you have some dents. You want to smooth them out. That's when you have extra growth of things. And you do it gently, don't do it like, don't put too much pressure, don't do it too long. Okay, now I'm done with this one. Now I'm gonna do this. Again, it's 400 grit. You do it right underneath the cuticle. You remove everything that is extra here. You see all these things we want to remove, like we removed here. You want to make sure when your nail polish goes on, it goes smoothly. It doesn't become bumpy because of some bumpy bumps on your skin, on your nail. You can do it like a circular motion, whichever you feel comfortable. So there's lots of junk on the paper towel. That's why I always tell people put paper towel. so I'm done with this. If you're a man or you're into conservative nails, regardless of your gender, and you feel like you just don't want to put nail polish, that's fine. What you can do now, you can just use smooth or shine nails, like shine them. Just go over. Every single one. I'm not going to do it, I'm just going to show you. This one is shine 7. So you're going to go after that and it's going to look like this. But I'm going to go wash my hands with soap and water. I'm going to clean my area. So I'm going to move all my devices and tools here, because I'm going to be cleaning them, soaking in water. And this I'm just going to throw away. And I'm going to go wash my hands with soap and water because I want to remove all the powdery stuff, nails from my nails. And the next step will be to put nail polish.